What is up, Minties? The Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition. And today I'm going to do an advanced look at the Daredevil, A Woman Called Widow Epic Collection, and the Doctor Strange Epic Collection Triumph and Torment. So, please stay tuned. Alright, before I get started, I'd like to say a huge thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us advanced copies of these books. I know it helps most of you all when you're on the fence about something. So let's look at Daredevil first. And before we look at Daredevil, I'd like to say a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you Minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. Okay, so here it is. Let's look at the spine. The book is right at around 512 pages. It retails for $39.99, and it is volume 4. So if you're keeping track of the way that the Daredevil books are printed in Epic Collection, this is right after Brother Take My Hand, that Epic Collection, and collects Daredevil 64 through 68 and Iron Man 35 through 36, those two issues. Okay, so let's get it opened. Most of the stuff is written by Roy Thomas and Jerry Conway. Gene Colan is the artist. We get some Barry Windsor-Smith and even some Bill Everett in here. And I know that she doesn't appear way until, I think, issue 81 is her first appearance when she comes into the Daredevil book. So a lot of the earlier books up here are from Roy Thomas. I know the crossover event with Iron Man, because I've read those before, they're all written by Jerry Conway. And like I said, most of this stuff is drawn by Gene Colan. I will be honest and say that I have not read most of this stuff of early Daredevil, so it's really nice to finally have this collection. I know they've had the Marvel Masterworks for a while, but to me, I've been waiting for this epic, because this is the way I collect them. I don't collect them in omnibus format anymore, or at least the early stuff for Daredevil. So yeah, this is all new to me, with the exception of, like I said, the Iron Man crossover event, and the first few issues where Black Widow appeared, because I was always curious as to how that romance all started. But most of the stuff, all new to me. You have Roy Thomas writing the book all the way up until issue 71. And man, that guy must not have been sleeping in the late 60s, early 70s. Because he was writing just about every Marvel title. I don't know how he did it. I guess in the same sense that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee were working just on about every title. And you also had the phenomenal Steve Ditko working on them as well. But as of issue 72, Jerry Conway takes over, and then they have a crossover event here with Iron Man. Now the title is Iron Man, the Invincible Iron Man. So you could tell the reproduction quality of the book is gorgeous. There was Namor. I think it's still Jerry or Gene Colan. Yeah, Gene Colan on artwork. I know Bill Everett does some of the stuff in here, and Barry Windsor-Smith. And you have appearances by the Owl, and here she is, Black Widow. I think this is issue 81 when she first comes in. Yeah, and then she develops this romantic relationship with Matt Murdock, Daredevil, that they still talk about to this day, and is rumored to be part of the plot in a second Black Widow movie. Or maybe I'm just reading too many tabloids, because that hasn't even been confirmed. I'm just spreading rumors. Let's look at the extras in the back. So you have covers to Daredevil King's Eyes and the special, which all they did was just reprint issues of Daredevil. You have the house ads here, and then unused cover pencils by Gene Colan for issue 67. And then this is an illustrated piece by Gene Colan in the 70s for this is an artist's self-portrait, and I think we've seen a lot of those. Then we're looking at Doctor Strange, Triumph and Torment. This is volume 8 of the Epic Collection. It is the 4th Epic Collection in the Doctor Strange line, and collecting Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme, which is the new series that Doctor Strange was featured in, and then the graphic novel Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment. And do I need to say anything else? I think if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that to me is the best Doctor Strange comic book ever. Most of the stuff is written by Peter Gillis, Roy Thomas, again, writing everything, and Richard Case and Butch Guice. I could have sworn P. Craig Russell did some of this earlier stuff, but maybe it was the way that I remember things being different than reality, right? So let's look a little bit at this earlier stuff, this new series, and then by this time, I believe Butch Guice, or Jackson Guice, has taken over the book. And of course, the guy, this is definitely Butch Guice. You can tell by his super sexy dudes and women that he draws. And let's look, wow, that's a gorgeous piece right there. By now, Roy Thomas is writing the book, along with Dan Thomas. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. This book is 488 pages, and about this much of them is this wonderful book, Triumph and Torment. Now, the artist on this is one Mike Mignola. It is written by Roger Stern, but just how do I describe this wonderful story? I know it's not a review, but pretty much the premise is Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom travel to hell to try to get the soul of Doctor Doom's mother back. But just look at this gorgeous artwork. It was originally released as a graphic novel, and here it is. I'd love to have this in oversized format, just looking at this. But it's one of earlier Mike Mignola stuff, long before he was doing Hellboy and doing his own things. But I mean, you could see the classic look that he took on eventually within these pages. I love the way that they have a black frame around them, right, to differentiate between the two. And it's probably easier to reprint that way. I wonder if they kept the stuff in the back. Let's see. Okay, there's a afterword by Ralph Macchio, and then the Marvel Age Sorcerer Supreme articles in here. Yeah. Fred Hembeck. And here's some Fred Hembeck artwork. And then we have some cover art by Butch Guice. They're all in black and white. These are the inside back covers of issues 4 through 7, 5 through 8. It's cool. Wow, that's a cool... I've never saw that. I never owned this book. So Under the Dust Jacket, the Marvel graphic novel of Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, featured a foil stamp hardcover design. That's cool. Here's the many reprints of Triumph and Torment. And then Tales of the Vishanti endnotes there. And that was the contents of each book. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to pick up this series, if you've been picking up the epic collections of Daredevil and Doctor Strange, if that is the way that you like collecting them. I'd love to know all those comments. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Join us on our Redbubble page, where you can buy stickers and t-shirts. All of that is in the description, along with our link to our Patreon. And check us out on our social media platform like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at NearmanCon. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint.